Welcome to the University Startup World Cup online program. My name is Suzana, and I've been working for Venture Cup for almost 3 years now, and I'm going to be teaching you about what you need in your slide deck. According to DocSend's analysis on 200 pitch decks, there's an average of 15 to 19 slides. The order we are going to lay out here today is based on the book from Nikolai Hoy Nielsen, a serial entrepreneur and business angel that has been working with startups since 1999. But let's begin. Let's start with the introduction slide. Here you have everyone's attention, so it's the best opportunity to punch them in the nose with what your what and why is in 1 or 2 sentences. Or simply explain what you do right off the bat in 1 sentence. At Rockamore, we make comfortable high heels. Cap Desk, a market for the world's unlisted shares. Motility count, a point-of-care male fertility checker. Perhaps have a personal reason for starting your startup. Is there a story here? If you choose this, be short and concise. For example, in 2014, I found my grandfather's old design drawings for an umbrella and wanted to continue his legacy after he died and to finish what he started. Slide number 2, the team slide deck. This is where you are developing credibility with your listeners and developing trust. According to research, teams are what investors care about most. So describe who you are and what you've done in the past. Example, my name is Suzana. I have a master's in strategic design and entrepreneurship and have helped several of my clients win national startup competitions worth over $150,000. You need to identify who are the makers and sellers of the team. Include your advisory board and mentors if you have them. Slide number 3, the problem. Be sure to explain the problem in simple terms. If an 8-year-old understands it, then you know you're explaining it simple enough. What is the pain you are dealing with? Example, motility count, a point-of-care male fertility checker. A lot of couples have difficulty getting pregnant due to low sperm quality. If they want to get tested, they have to visit a hospital, and that is inconvenient and quite embarrassing. So we know men are willing to pay for this. Slide number 4, solution. Now that you have shown your problem, it's now time to reveal the solution. The main point you need to think about is that the focus needs to be on user value. What is the value for them using your product compared to the existing products? Example, motility count, a home test solution that gives an answer about sperm quality within an hour. Now, this slide is not about technical details. It should be about the unique value you offer your customers. Slide number 5, your unfair advantage. Now, it's about showing how you can solve this problem better than anyone else. Do you know something others don't? Do you have intellectual property? Do you have first mover advantage? Do not only rely on patent when describing your advantage. Slide number 6, competitive landscape. Many founders make the mistake of saying that they have no competitors. If you do this, I assure you, you will not be taken seriously. You at least have an indirect competitor. Show the judges you have done your homework. The most common way to show your position amongst competitors is through a matrix, something that looks like this. Slide number 7, the business model. This is a very crucial part of your slide deck, of course, so give the listeners an overview of how you intend to make money with your product or service. Slide number 8, traction. You've convinced the investors you have found a viable solution to your problem. So now it's about sharing what you have accomplished so far. Show the judges a timeline and include when you started and the progress since then. Slide number 9, the market. You need to show the judges that there's a market for your product or service. Judges want to feel that there's a market for this concept. So that means, what is the market size? What is the geographical market? And how many new customers a year could you acquire? Slide number 10, go to market. What's your marketing distribution channel? What investors are you looking for? How can you best go to market in a timely and cost-effective way? We know you are a startup, but we still want to know how you intend to target your customers. What is your plan? Slide number 11, financials. In Denmark, it is important to be realistic with your numbers. It's okay to be optimistic, but we don't like to hear inflated numbers for the sake of winning. In Denmark, we prefer you to be honest because you will be asked to defend your numbers. When you make your financial forecast, round the numbers up. It's easier to look at the numbers that way. Now, how many units or services in hours do you intend to sell? What is the cost for this product or service? When do you break even? You have already done this exercise with our colleague Ulrich, and so we expect that it will be easy enough to add your results here. Slide number 12, milestones. Judges and investors want to see that you have an internal plan for your startup. If you currently have a prototype, when do you intend to be ready with the next phase? It is common to estimate that each phase will take 6 months, but sometimes less, and it really depends on the type of startup, of course. If you have a more developed product, show how you are going to go from 100 customers to 1,000 customers. Slide number 13. What will you do with the money? It is important for the judges to know what you intend to do with the money if you win. Be brief, but concise. Slide number 14. Summary. Finally, remind everyone why they should invest or choose you. Remind them of your great team, the market size, and end with your slogan, and be sure it describes the problem you are solving. We know there's a lot to cover, and that's why we ask you to be very concise with what you say. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to meeting you.